From a dude who thinks he's Captain America, and a coffee addict in love with comics, there is only one Blip Pod. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Blip Pod. This week we have myself, Joey, and Liam on the Blip Pod to talk about Joey's exploding Instagram. Why?
It's TikTok, Nolan. TikTok.
Thank you, TikTok. TikTok career. It's just when I see those Instagram models, I get them confused with you. With that being said,
thanks.
Liam is back this week as he is our reigning expert in Star Wars, as we established last video. But he's also the reigning expert in...
What are you going to say?
You know, usually I can riff pretty good, but I've only had one cup of coffee today. He's a reigning...
Did you just make something up when in doubt?
60-second videos that are generally about nerdy things, but are not very specific, so we can classify that as any form of media. This includes short IGTV videos, any clips that are posted on Twitter or TikTok, well, the streams. Okay.
Oh, that's where all the nerdy content lives. That's where I get to express myself.
Yes. With that being said, cue the intro. Okay, so we're back. So this week's little topic video is we're going to be talking about TikTok. We're going to be specifically talking about Joey's TikTok fame and your top... I've made a list I've gone through, and I've made a list of what I think your top 10 videos are on my ranking of funny scale. And so we've got Liam on to be our good counterbalance. Liam, you are usually a good comedic foil for us too. I've listened back to the episodes you're on, and I'm like, this is good comedic foil material.
I'm glad. That's funny.
Yeah, without further ado, Joey, do you want to take this one away?
Yeah, I mean, so what brought us to this episode was all the upsetting news about TikTok possibly being banned in the U.S., which is very disappointing because I spend every day I post one video relating to Star Wars and Marvel.
Can I do a quick explanation? That very girly sneeze was not me. That was Sophie. You don't have to apologize. He's dying in the background.
Are you sure it was Sophie?
Yeah, it was. Thanks a lot, Joey.
Well, as I was saying, so then... I spend every day, once a day, I post a video of Star Wars or Marvel, and I know it definitely brightens up Nolan's day. He looks forward to it every single day at 3 o'clock.
Dude, it's how I tell time.
I drop my video. And so I've been getting a good amount of viewers on them, and it's been a fun ride, so I don't want it to end. So I thought we'd make this video in case it does. And if it ever does, we're possibly going to transition over to YouTube and just start making short clips to post on our YouTube channel, so we could kind of get that TikTok vibe with Marvel and Star Wars if people still want to see my content, and we could transition that over to YouTube and think of stuff to do for that.
I think honestly your TikToks are very funny and very original. I think we'll probably end up morphing that into a Joey-led skit show, because that's just definitely a fantastic idea.
I hope so. That would be quality. Like, if you guys ever migrated to Instagram, or even just to make like little YouTube haiku length, like 10-second videos, I'd watch that. That's fantastic.
Because I did have people comment on my videos like, "Yo, do you have like a YouTube or something, like in case, so I could watch your content in case TikTok gets banned?" So I'm like, hey, it seems like people's like really would like to see my stuff, so might as well try to branch out to other platforms just in case anything happens.
So for anyone watching the YouTube video, or for anyone listening on any of the podcast stuff, the Joey's TikTok is Joey Harris 2168. all the links to the specific videos we reference, the 10 that we've cut outlined as some of the best, are in the description of any of the stuff that you're looking at, and then you can find the videos there. I think usually, okay, just general breakdown. We obviously know what the TikToks are. Joey has a TikTok page that is just a bunch of short skits, usually around Marvel, Star Wars, some Batman and DC ones. You got, what else you got, dude?
I had a couple Disney ones, but it's heavily Star Wars and Marvel.
Heavily Star Wars and Marvel. I think... Okay, so I'll just jump into my top 10 for this one, if you guys don't mind.
I have an honorable mention, so I'll jump in at some point. But you go
Okay,
first.
do you want to actually... Do you want to do your
honorable mention before top 3?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Unless no one says it, which he might. I don't know his top 10.
Unless he says it. Yeah.
Okay, at number 10, these are in no particular order except for the maybe top 3. I can't specifically decide. I have at the lower, I have your Toy Story video.
To infinity and beyond! Buzz, we missed the truck! We're not aiming for the truck.
Which, I don't know if, Liam, you've seen this one, but this is where Joey accidentally walks into the Pixar universe and gets clonked in the noggin by frickin' Buzz and Woody.
We're not aiming for the truck.
Oh, man. I forget how I thought of that one, but I think I saw on someone's YouTube, it wasn't exactly like that, but I saw someone, like, put themselves into, like, a movie or something, or, like, something got thrown at them from a movie, and then it cut to them getting hit by it, and it kind of just, like, that just popped in my head. I'm like, what if I do the scene from Toy Story, just have Woody and Buzz fly into me? Because there's so many YouTube videos on that. Some are a little dark.
Yeah.
Like the 9/11 and explosion
Yeah.
ones are dark.
What?
I was ignoring it, but it got brought up.
Well, I brought it up because people in the comments brought that up and saying, like, oh, you stopped 9/11, like you stopped it,
Oh,
because it hit me instead. But that's why I brought that up, because it's on the comments of my TikTok. But there's just so many videos for that, like good and bad. So I'm like, you know what, that could be pretty funny. So then I thought I'd throw that in. I did a little bit extra for that one because I had to go into After Effects and mask it out and not just edit from TikTok. So I put a little bit more effort into it. But
dude, you should have just hit yourself over the head with the... You gotta buy a Buzz and Woody toy, and then just have somebody chuck them at your head.
Well, I used to have a Woody when I was young, and I have a Buzz Lightyear one, but it's like a special edition, so it's kept in the box.
That's funny.
Oh, shit,
worth
really?
some money, so... Yeah,
That's
it's like
cool.
American flag one, so it's worth some money, so...
Oh, man. You have no idea, like... well, I guess obviously you do if you kept it, but I'm just saying, like... Mm-hmm. Man, some of those things you'll find on, like, eBay, people go crazy over the Buzz Lightyear, like, painted toys like that. It's insane.
Well, that's why I'm not opening up any of my Funko Pops, because those are huge, and I feel like those are going to be, in, like, 20 years, like, especially limited edition ones, or stuff from, like, movies that take place now, in the future, when they don't sell those anymore. I feel like they're going to be worth a lot of money if you don't...
Dude, 20 years? Even now, what did that make up?
Even after like a couple years, the prices go up from like $5-10 and like $50 and stuff like that.
There was something I was looking up the other day. I think it was Up Funko Pops. The Pixar Funko Pop. Let me just give it a quick Google. Okay, ready? Here are the Pixar Funko Pops. The Pixar, the house from Up Funko Pop is $99 and $11.62 for shipping. No. Here's where it gets good.
See?
In 2019, they released, over the summer, in all conventions, young Carl and Ellie from Up. Right? They were at every single major convention. They were convention exclusive, which isn't honestly that hard to get. It's not like San Diego exclusive. These were just at any Comic-Con. They are currently, mind you, this is a year ago. This is from last year. They are currently $327.
It makes sense.
That's crazy.
It makes sense because people aren't going to want to give those things up, man. You run into somebody who's got something like that, you're not going to find a lot of people who sell them, and the people who do sell them, they're going to sell them for a lot, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, like, I don't want, like, I love them, and I wouldn't want to sell them at all. I don't plan on doing it, but if I'm ever at a point in my life where I need money, I know where to turn. Not prostitution, selling my Funko Pops.
If I'm being honest, dude, I don't know. I could talk for friggin' 6 hours on how many Star Wars pieces of memorabilia I have, and I look at them the exact same way you're talking about that. But it's just like, it's just cool to have, you know, like stuff like that. Just awesome.
Like, if I ever make a lot of money, and I just have money to spend, it was actually on TikTok. I saw this guy did a walkthrough of his entire basement. He probably had every merch possible for Star Wars. Like, it probably has $1 million in his basement of Star Wars stuff, and he has a home theater that's Star Wars themed, like you're in outer space, and that was the coolest thing I ever seen. Like, if I made a lot of money, I would decorate my basement to be Marvel and Star Wars themed. Like, it literally seems like he directed all the Star Wars movie and just took every single prop.
They did an interview with that guy on a couple news stations. He's like, he must make a ton of money because his entire house is like Star Wars themed completely.
Honestly, if I had to do something like that, I wouldn't do a lot of stuff. I would save, and just buy something that no one else could get. Like, go and, like, find, like, I don't know, like the original Batmobile for like $5 million or some shit, and like
did
buy
you ever
it.
see? You ever see the dude? It was the same thing, but he made his basement the Batcave.
Yes,
That's
It was
cool.
insane.
That is.
I just want to be able to do that.
I'll tell you what I want. More than anything in the entire world, I want a scale replica of Han Solo and Carbonite.
I was gonna bring that up. You know what I want to do? I want to have that as a secret door. It looks like it's just on the wall, but
Have you
it
seen the
opens up to
TikTok?
a room.
Are we thinking about the same TikTok? That's funny.
Yep, we definitely are.
Dude, I want that too. That would be fantastic.
People just say, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Then like, wait, it gets even cooler. You open it up, and it's a secret. No, that's the door to get into the movie theater. There you go.
That's so cool.
Here's your screening room.
It's one of those. Man. It's like one of those. You make it out of that glass that changes color. So like it's all gray, and then you're like, and it slowly becomes white, and then you open it up, and it's like, oh my god.
If only we had money.
I've got Tubby Rich. Second. Okay, here's what I got for the second video. My second one is the God making me one.
Oh, dude, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought that one was really good, but it didn't. Kind of flopped. I'm gonna have to repost that sometime to see if it gets more.
My video selection was slightly skewered toward ones I really liked that didn't make it big. Liam, you might not have seen this. It's like one of those ones where you pour water into the thing, and it's like God make me, and then I forget what the first couple are, but it's like just like
athletic, creative, and then I went to go pour ladies band, but there was nothing in it, and then I went and grabbed a giant bucket and just threw it on the table, saying, "A huge fucking nerd." I think I'm funny.
That one I liked just because it was just unrelated, and I saw it and I was just like, yeah, that checks out.
I made sure to make it true. I wasn't gonna spread no lies on TikTok.
No, never.
Or, well, maybe I did, but out with that one.
Okay. Here's my number 7. I think this one. One is right? Just
number 8. You said 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't count. Number 8. This one is just stupid. It's the one where you use the audio, show people something in your house that you don't. That is so special.
Yeah, this is not even Star. Yeah, this is not even Star Wars or Marvel related.
This
one of the
is
very few though.
Liam. I don't know if you've seen this. It's that audio where it's like, this is just an audio for you to use to show someone something in your house that doesn't really do anything, but you know that nobody else has something as cool as this. And Joey does the intro, and then it just pans around to his bed, and it says bed, and that's it.
Okay, guys, use this sound if you have something you want to show off in your room that no one else probably has.
That's funny.
Well, I actually saw that from Star Wars pages because people would have like this sick like Star Wars merchandise that no one like probably like barely anyone ever has. I'm like, that's awesome. And I was just looking at my room. I'm like, yeah, I got some Marvel and Star Wars stuff, but it's definitely not unique, and people definitely have this. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that because people are gonna comment, oh, I got that. So I'm like, well, what's something that is cool that nobody has? I'm like, nothing. So then I thought, what's the most obvious thing that people definitely have? A bed. So I'm like, all right, let me just make a joke out of this instead of actually trying to show off.
That's
so I'm
funny.
like, all right, I'm just gonna record my bed.
I wish I had some like piece of Star Wars like that no one had. You know what I mean? Like that would be such a cool feeling, like a prop or something like that.
Once you get the Han Solo and Carbonite, then you'll be able to do that.
Yep.
No, I have. I'm trying to think if I have anything that other people might not have. I don't think so. I'm boring.
We just don't have the money for that, you know.
I do have a bunch of coins from the Marvel. When they released the Marvel movies in theaters, they used to do this thing to me. If you went to an AMC the night before, on a specialty fan showing, they'd give you a poster, a comic book, and a coin, and like an actual coin that was a memorable coin. And I have Infinity War. I have Ragnarok. I have one of the.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they were super cool. I missed Black Panther, and I got something else. I had Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I got, and they're super cool looking. And obviously, a lot of people have them, but I fucking love those things. And they're big, and they're heavy, and they're made of solid metal.
But Liam does have something that we do not have, and that is the Galaxy's Edge lightsaber.
This is
so
true.
Cool, dude. I wish you could see it. I think I showed it to Nolan before we left school, before all the COVID stuff happened.
Dude, it was so cool. Just holding it for like 5 seconds.
It's whoever you want to say, Anakin, Rey, Luke. It's the original.
Oh, don't say Rey. It's not Rey's.
Rey has the cool lightsaber at the end. That's what I consider that hers now.
Okay, all right. Maybe this is too much of a side note, but what do you guys think of that lightsaber? Because I really hate the look of it. I love yellow, but the lightsaber to me...
Well, I actually don't like how it is yellow, because yellow like represents like the temple guards, and they just have her just randomly just get yellow. Like that's
the reason why it represents the temple guards. It's because it's Jedis who are way more active than normal Jedi. So instead of just meditating, they've also trained to protect. So that kind of makes sense for Rey, because Rey never struck me as the person who's sitting around in a harass going, "Who, peace." Like, she's more of a kick-ass, kind of protect people
trust in the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just
gonna say that makes sense to me. Like I could see her honestly having any type of lightsaber she wants, but it's just like you see all the things about her having a double blue lightsaber or like a lightsaber staff, and you just wish that could have happened. And I get that the new one's made from her staff. I still like that a lot. I think that concept is really cool, but I don't know, man. Star Wars Duel of the Fates makes me sad sometimes.
That one does make me sad.
Her lightsaber's not as good as the double-bladed white lightsabers, though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually,
OP.
I think that young Ben Solo's lightsaber looks cooler than hers.
Dude.
And Leia's.
I had the worst internal battle on the line to get that lightsaber, because I was like, do I want this one or do I want Ben's? Because Ben's is cool as heck. And
Kylo Ren's looks pretty cool, too. I saw pictures of it, and that actually looks pretty sick.
yeah.
I have...
That's what were you saying?
No, I have like not the super expensive one, but I do have one of the cheaper versions of Kylo Ren, and even in the cheaper one, it's like this lightsaber is a fucking force. Like, it's so fun to play around with.
Mm. See, I want, like, when I go, I want to make a lightsaber first, because I want to be able to design my own and go through that process, because that seems really cool. And but I also want to buy one too. Like, if I were to, when I buy my own, like, a legacy lightsaber, I would buy Ahsoka's lightsabers, because one, she's my favorite character, and 2, it's 2 for the price of 1.
Oh,
Like,
it's
still-
not 2 for the price of 1, unfortunately.
Really? I looked it up and it said it was still 200.
Maybe you're right. I swear
Like that's
it
what I
was like,
looked it up and it said it.
I swear it's like, I think they're 200, but the one by itself without the blade is like 110. And then the problem is you have to get the blade and you have to get it shipped home. You don't have to, but that's at least what I did. So that amounts to like 200.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like they're all 200. Like even like solo ones are like one lightsaber is 200, and it said hers was 202 for 2 lightsabers.
Maybe it
like
is.
When I searched it up.
I know Kylo's is more expensive. Like the base hilt is $45 or not 45. Oh my god, I wish $145 instead of the 110.
Yeah. But who knows when that's gonna happen? Because apparently I'm going to Disney next summer or next Christmas, and I'm gonna make my own lightsaber first. Because I saw this picture of the sick black handle with a purple blade, and I think a black handle with purple blade looks sick. So that's what I want to do. I want to try to make a black handle and then get a purple cyber crystal.
If you get the chance to go, like it is genuinely like living in Star Wars for a day.
You walk in as a boy and you come out a man.
That's exactly what it's like.
Wait, did you go on Rise of Resistance?
I don't want to spoil the ride for anybody, but I will tell you this: it is genuinely my favorite ride in the entire Star Wars, or not just Star Wars, but the entire 4 or 5 parks.
I saw videos like walking into the hangar, and I'm like, dude, you're literally inside the movie. That looks so sick.
They make it so immersive.
I want to go right
dude,
now.
I really hope that everything works out. I really hope you can go. I hope you can make your own lightsaber. Go to the cantina, which it is fantastic. Do you guys know the? Have you guys played Jedi Fallen Order?
I have, yeah. I love that game.
I'm not a big video game guy.
If you ever get around to it, they play this song at the beginning and then the middle of it, of this chant rock song. And so when you go to the cantina in Disney World,
is it the same thing?
They'll get everybody singing it together and they'll play it. It's so cool.
That's amazing. Awesome. That's some cool nods to a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm going to move us a little bit along.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. I'm supposed to be the gatekeeper of this bad boy. Which I'm really bad at doing. Okay, number 7. Back to the TikToks. Number 7, I have your I've called it here Adam Driver thing, which is where you just act out all the Adam Driver quotes. You have to feed the rats on schedule.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
Exactly.
Jedi, because Hannah fucking hates you! You're still holding on! Let go!
Hate this! Supposed to feed the rats on schedule or they get sick!
Hey guys! Traitor! Sucks!
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos!
Hold on to your hats! You're about to get pounded! This just sucks! And so you shall!
Oh man, see, I was trying to get more creative for that one. I do a different I'm imitating something different for each quote from a movie, but it just it just goes through them so fast, and just his voice alone is enough comedy. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to make it a different scenario for each quote, and I'm just gonna go crazy with my acting over his screaming.
I did see something last week on my For You page, which was it was someone put that over playing Uno, and it was this girl.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I love that. She was like, it's the swap hands card, and she's like, "Let go." Her friend calls Uno traitor.
Dude, Adam Driver is actually super funny. That dude.
I like Adam Driver a lot, and that's why I think the biggest. You also doing the big head reactions to his stupid voices was just funny. On I was just this is very amusing.
He has a movie with Bill Murray that came out a couple of years ago that I really want to see.
The Dead one.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Dead Don't Die or something like that.
Yeah, I keep meaning to watch it. That don't. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think that's what the rats quote was from, but I'm not 100% sure.
My favorite Adam Driver quote is, "I just had sex, so I'm about to eat nachos.
This is the greatest,
It's the greatest moment of my life."
I love that. It's so good.
Yes.
That's like the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh my god, I have to make a TikTok.
Dude, that was
like
like way pre-Star Wars and everything like that. He's acting like across Daniel Radcliffe, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's so funny. I've
Think
never
so-
seen the movie.
I
have.
never seen
It's
him
funny.
in any. I never seen him in anything until Star Wars, and now I'm just hearing about all his old movies. I'm like, what? He was an actor before Star Wars?
Yes, I did the same thing where I didn't know about him until Force Awakens, and then after that I started to backlog some of the stuff. I was like, this guy is both hilariously funny. He's also in Logan Lucky, which is a pretty good movie. He's both hilariously funny and also serious as crap.
Him on SNL is funny.
Yes, him on SNL is hilarious. Okay, I got
The undercover boss.
I've got the next one, which is General Grievous teacher.
Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection. Another lightsaber to add to my collection. So many lightsabers to add to my collection.
Which is one of the more relatable ones you've seen, where it's a teacher and he or she finds a cell phone and goes, another lightsaber to my collection, and keeps doing that as they just stock up on cell phones. Oh, crap.
It is very. I think everyone can relate to that one. That's why I thought that was a good one, because everyone had that teacher that liked to steal kids' phones like General Grievous steals lightsabers.
Dude, wait a minute. Where did you guys grow up? Did you guys grow up in New York?
No,
No.
Connecticut.
Dude,
Massachusetts.
obviously not. I guess I think I've talked to both of you about not being from New York. Obviously, Nolan, but you guys didn't have any like. Did you guys have like the equivalent of Regents exams?
MCAS?
I guess we had state exams.
Yeah, I don't know if the teachers were insane for you guys, but they used to collect like a full trash can's worth of cell phones and
Yeah.
then sort them. And for all the students, New York State was so scared that we were going to cheat on those exams that they would go to like the fullest extent of cutting off all communication
Yes.
to the exams, but kids would still cheat on their calculators, dude. Calculators, that was the in. I'm not
Dude,
saying I
that's
did
like-
it, but I'm not saying I didn't.
You
If,
bastard.
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Traitor! No, you know what? We had MCAS, which is similar because it was how schools got determined on funding, and if a student got disqualified for cheating, that means that their grade didn't count, which means in the long run it would hurt the school because then the student got a 0 and it would affect their funding. But like AP exams, that was they were like, if you use your phone and cheat, we will literally
You get
sue
shot in the face.
your ass, and you will not be able to get into a single college, and your life is over.
Dude, it's high school. If you
My
cheat in
sister
high
took
school,
her
there
AP
are no
exams online
consequences.
now because of Corona.
Yeah,
So,
my sister
they
did that
totally
too.
stop people from cheating there.
Yeah, really.
It was restructured different. Actually, my sister had to take it this semester. It was all not fact-based, but writing-based. But then, just in case, the College Board teamed up with Google and made them change the answers on Google for a day.
Oh, that's awesome.
For all the questions. That's insane, but they were allowed to Google things.
Jesus.
Dude, screw Google and screw whoever's doing that. That's stupid.
Yeah, the College Board. Dude, I don't know.
You know how not to worry about it. Just don't take AP classes.
Yeah, that's true. Dodge that.
The best. Okay, this is what I got next. I have dirt. When you put on a full Jack Sparrow costume and then run around your backyard yelling, "I've got a jar of dirt."
Come to negotiate, eh? Have you slimy git? Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
That was a good one. I forget how I thought of that one. I think I was just like running out of. I have a list of ideas. Like when I think of one, I just write it down in my notes, and just like every day, I just like look through my notes and see which one I want to do. I think I just like didn't have one that I really wanted to do, and I was just thinking. and I forget how it popped. I think it just popped into my mind because I know I have a Jack Sparrow hat that has the hair with it, and I remember we had that like inside joke with Sophie and the jar of dirt thing. So I was like, you know what, that could be pretty funny if I act that out.
This is true. Give me a second. Sophie, would you mind closing the blinds? A man was just looking
Come
in our
on.
window.
Come on, Sophie.
No, it's not
all
her.
the
There's-
distractions outside, all
a
the
dude
birds.
just looked in. I just saw a face in the window.
Wait, what floor are you on?
He's
I'm
on the
on the
fifth
first
floor, and
floor.
there was a face in the window.
No,
I was gonna say, I was like, what the hell?
If I was on like the fourth floor, there was a face in the window. That'd be a bigger problem. I'm on the first floor.
It was Superman. He was flying.
Yes, he just looked at. What do you mean? I'm inside. Thank you. I like how neither of you laughed on that one.
Sorry.
No, why you apologize? Okay, the next one we got. I got dating snaps. Snaps you'd get if we're dating for a couple of reasons.
That's a good one. I posted that one twice.
Liking this American boy, American boy.
I got pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like you know. See on both sides like you know.
This is why it's my favorite one for 2 reasons. Liam, I don't know how much you peruse the comments, but Joey posted a bunch of Star Wars related snaps that people would get if he was dating. What he didn't intend was that 13-year-old girls, mind you, very underage girls, unfortunately, just figured out about Star Wars, and it led to somewhat of a bidding war in the comments for this 20-year-old
dear
man.
Christ. That's funny.
Yeah, there's one like, I forget exactly what she said, but she's like, "Oh, I wish that was me," or something, or "I'd love that, but I'm 13."
Yeah, that was one of them.
And then there's this one girl just like saying, this was like a bunch of girls just saying, "Oh, I love that. Like, why can't that be me?" And then someone commented goes, "Every Star Wars girl's simping right now."
It was, okay, yes, to be clear, so our listeners
Oh God.
just know, we're not
I
laughing
really
about
hate that.
we aren't making fun of the underage girl thing. We're not approving that. Because the best part was, I got a text from Joey. Joey posted at 3. And so he posted at 3, and I liked it. And usually, sometimes if I'm available, I comment like first or something. And then, it was either that night or maybe like early the next morning. I get a text that just says, like, look at the comments of the last one. So I look, and he's like, dude, they're all underage. I don't know what to do. And I was laughing so hard because it was like, how do you deal with that?
Like, well, a lot of times there's just some videos I just get a lot of comments, so I don't even bother responding unless I find one that's really funny, or they talk about something news related that I want to respond to. But then, and a lot of them don't even have like profile pictures or post videos. It would just be like a Lego Star Wars profile picture, so you don't know if they're like what their gender is, what their age is, and then I just see a bunch of girls just like just kind of like, I guess, flirting in the comments, I guess, and then I don't know who they are, how old they, so I don't respond. And then this one girl just straight out just says, "I'm 13." I'm like, okay.
And then there were follow-up ones that were all like, yeah, if I wasn't underage. And I'm like, people, first of all, why is this why are you saying
Dude,
this?
please.
Why
just,
are you?
Oh my
is
God!
this-
Tell the 13-year-olds to get off TikTok. Get them out of here.
Like,
I mean, people are gonna do that, but then they yell at me for liking Ahsoka as my favorite character, and then everyone flips out saying, "Oh, she's underage." I'm like, what? I can't have her as my favorite character because she started out as 14, but she was older than me when she was first introduced. And in like Rebels, she's like 36. Like, I'm sorry.
Here's the problem, Joey. Some people do not realize that you can be friends with the opposite gender.
And also, it's just a joke too. Like, it's like, don't take anything seriously. Like, it's a TikTok and she's animated.
Yeah, that was strange. That was not one of my favorite. Just for that reason, was you were like, I love Ahsoka, and they're like, you love Ahsoka? Do you realize she's 14? And you were like,
Dude,
no.
dude, you're gonna have a bunch of 13-year-olds outside with pitchforks and guns. They're gonna be like aiming at you.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to follow the laws here now.
Oh, Joey, when you get into a relationship, millions of hearts. What 8,000 hearts will be broken?
Sorry. Don't worry. No. What do you mean? It'll be bigger by then. There'll be more followers.
20 million.
20 million. Yes.
I actually said once you hit 100,000, you could start getting sponsored on TikTok. So
Dude, how close?
if I could get to that,
where are
that'd
you
be
right
awesome.
now?
I'm at 8,500.
Dude, we need some exponential, like, you need, like, the video to rule them all, and then you'll just get everything.
My one post, I got up to, like, 500,000 views. Within a couple days, I literally had, like, a couple thousand new followers.
That's crazy.
So, I just need to get videos to blow up like that more often.
That's the most insane thing to me about that is just the, like, I don't even know what you call followers on TikTok. The follower to like ratio of content that you'll put out, because obviously you can get like how many thousand likes, but how many people actually like sit there and follow you during that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, there's some people that only have like 100 followers, but they have one video that blew up to get like hundreds of thousands of views, but the rest of their videos suck. But the thing with mine, I don't understand the TikTok algorithm, because the video that blew up, yeah, it's pretty good, but then I have videos that are so much funnier that flop.
Maybe it's the hashtags. Is that it?
Yeah, but like most of my, like basically all my videos, like the hashtags are almost the same. I think it depends on like the time of day, how many people share it, or like the song, the music that's in it, and the hashtags too. But I just feel like just the algorithm is just like very weird, that it depends on, also depends on like what you're showing, because it said if it's something of like your face or whatever, it's more likely to, TikTok's more likely to put on your For You page than something that's not. But I don't know, it's weird. But who knows?
I don't know. TikTok's a mystery.
I'm doing decent there, so.
Okay, I think I am down to 3. 3? I'm down to 3. Liam, would you like to give your
We're already down to 3?
I'm down to 3.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
so. We've gone through a lot.
And then
so
we
far.
can wrap it up after this, because this is going to turn into a long one, and my computer is being unhappy with me right now. What do you got for your honorable mentions?
I'll be quick about my honorable mention. All right, I've been playing a lot of Warzone. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Warzone. There's one that you put up where it's Jesus Christ dying, and he goes to the gulag, because I'll take that as historically accurate. That's fine. That was just seeing that happen, and the relatability of being in the gulag. I'll take it. That's the best piece of content I've found on your channel so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, that the first time I posted it, it flopped, so I had to repost it.
Dude,
And
it's so funny.
The second time it did good, and like some people commented like underrated, like
it is.
A lot of, yeah, but I did mess up though. I did write 4 days instead of 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I did mess up on that, but oh well, that's just small.
No, dude, an extra day in the gulag.
That's what people don't know.
That's so funny.
That one, you know what that one missed for me? Honestly, I don't play Call of Duty, and that's probably why I was like, yeah, that's okay, that's kind of funny.
Dude,
but that totally
you
went
have
over
an
my
Xbox
head.
One. Warzone is free. Get it one night. The problem is, okay, the biggest problem with Call of Duty Warzone, it's like 100
I'm not a
million
big shooter
gigabytes.
guy, honestly.
Oh my god, dude. Joey, do you have it?
I never played it, but I share a room with my brother who plays it all day.
Dude, if you guys ever decide to hop on for one night, we should absolutely play a game of Warzone. I'll do Minecraft anytime, but like Warzone would be fantastic.
Either or.
Dude, I've been Minecraft
Warzone
enough
in
recently.
Minecraft. We'll make a Warzone world in Minecraft.
Yep.
PvP is fantastic.
It
Do you have
is
any
so
other
good.
honorable mentions, Liam?
That was it. That was my big one.
That's a big. Yeah, that checks out. That was probably one of the ones that I probably would have never mentioned, just as I said, lack of knowledge of the thing. There's always like those things where I feel always bad. It's like the same thing with anime. Like I'm never gonna be able to get into anime. I've missed the boat. I'm also not too interested. But it's like one of those things where it's in my kind of field of vision where I'm like, I know that I'm lacking in this specific fandom. Like I'm in most fandoms, but that's that kind of one fandom. It's same with like some video games. It's that kind of one niche thing that I'm like, I missed it. You know what I mean?
Top 3?
Okay, top 3. I got at number 3. This one I do have kind of a general idea of what that is. At number 3 is Captain Lock, which I think is your second video, which is
Yeah.
you.
That's before I decided to start making TikToks and like Marvel and try to grow Marvel and Star Wars content through TikTok. That's when I first got it, and I've just been seeing funny videos. I'm like, you know what, that could be pretty funny. Let me try to do that. And it only got like 36 views because that was like my first or second video, and I wasn't actually trying to grow an audience. But it was so good. I should probably repost it now that I have an audience because I think that would do good.
Yes.
And it's actually really funny.
Captain!
Yeah, yeah?
Dude, we have so much shit to do! Holy fucking shit! Go make it down there!
That one, that one makes me laugh every time. Actually, I forgot to do. I do have an honorable mention that is only funny to probably me. Joey's first TikTok is a TikTok where it's Adam Driver losing his crap and punching through the radio in his car, and it says when Lizzo plays on the radio, and it's not because Lizzo is bad. This is a semi-inside joke between me and Joey, where for a year, and I'm not lying, it was a year. Every single time I got in your car, we would turn on the radio, and at one point in the drive, either
It could only be a 2-minute drive, right down through campus.
It's from the class to campus. At some point, one of like 3 Lizzo songs would play every single time for months and months. And this was a local radio station. And I don't know if it like the same time every day, because we're coming out of like classes at the general time. I don't know if it was like the same time every day. But then we got in like a car on a Saturday morning to drive to a set, and it started playing. And for Liam, I kid you not, 4 months every single time without fail, Lizzo would play on the radio.
Lizzo was on.
Dude, there's so many songs that have been like that though over like the course of like the last few years. Ed Sheeran's fucking Shape of You.
Yes, oh my god.
Yeah.
And Post Malone. Cannot escape Post Malone. That's an honorable mention for me, just because a little backstory behind that one. That's Joey's first video. That was a living nightmare. Okay, number 2, I have Living with Thor.
Oh, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Which is one of your first videos. This is before you moved out.
That's
Classic.
That's my
That is a
first. That's my
classic.
first one. Yeah, that's definitely a nostalgic one for me. Being a classic from 2005. That video came from. Yeah, nah, but no, that's definitely probably gonna be my. I don't think it's my funniest, but it's definitely gonna be my all-time favorite, just because that's the first one that ever got big for me, and that's like the first. That's when I was still like starting out and I was small, but then I started getting like a lot of views. I'm like, wow, I never thought. That's when I like really was thinking like, wow, I could actually grow my account, and it actually is a funny one that people love, and I love it too. So. has a
here's
special place in my heart.
dude, that one kind of cinched it for me. You're like, oh, I'm making TikToks. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then you sent me that one. I was like, dude, I love this.
I think that was like my first day I made that video when I decided to really try to start making TikToks.
Yeah, I think on it that was fantastic. I think the just use of props, and that was when you started doing the original sketches when you were doing your kind of own sound, which I liked. I do have at number 1. I have by far my favorite one to this day.
I think I know. I think
you know what this is. Anakin's surprise birthday party.
Are we there yet? Can I open up my eyes? No, you're right, Amy. We're almost there, though. Oh, I sure hope you take me to those beautiful fields in Naboo. Oh, it's even better, Amy. You can open up your eyes now. Surprise! What's wrong, Amy? I don't like sand. Bitch, you grew up in a planet covered in sand.
Yep, I knew it. I made that one the same time frame as the Living with Thor.
Liam, if you haven't seen this is it's a longer video where it's an original sound where Joey plays both Anakin and Padme as Padme slowly leads him to a very sexy honeymoon location, which turns out to be a beach. At which point, Joey just starts screaming, and then other Joey is going, "What's wrong, Annie?" And then he's like, "Sad!" Just continuously. I laughed. I think I went home. That was like right when I went home after the coronavirus breakout, and I was sitting in the kitchen, and you sent me that, and I just laughed and laughed. My sister was like, "What's up?" And I showed her, and she is a relative fan of Star Wars, not to the extent we are. And she was just laughing, and I was like, this is just the stupidest and yet smartest and funniest bit of Star Wars humor I have seen in a while.
Like, Padme didn't know not to bring him to a beach. Really, when he tried to seduce her for the first time, he talked about how he didn't like sand.
That's a good point. She should have known.
That's a classic.
That is a classic. I think, oh my goodness. Okay, so if anyone listening hasn't checked out Joey's TikTok thing, go check it out. Even if you don't want to get TikTok, check out these videos. They're good little bite-sized kind of nuggets of our senses of Marvel and Star Wars humor. We're definitely going to do something with it on the YouTube channel because it is just way too funny. Dude, you have some really good sketch ideas, and it's way too funny to just keep to that, especially if TikTok goes down. We'll start to wrap this up, but briefly, what do you guys think about the fact that they're trying to ban TikTok?
I would be totally devastated, but the government obviously knows more than we do, and they don't tell us everything. And they said it's a security reason because of the Chinese government, but I don't know how we're affecting that if we're just living our regular lives, how they get government information from us. Like, I understand how they told the military people in the military they're not allowed to use TikTok because of that reason, but I don't understand how we would be affecting that.
I think honestly, I think the craziest thing to come out of that would be, I didn't really use Vine when I was younger, but I know the impact of Vine on YouTube, and I know that there was like a huge invasion of people coming from Vine and going to YouTube, and so I think that whether it be now or whether it be in the future, I certainly think there will be a time that comes around where TikTok might not be thriving as much as it is now. And when that happens, I can absolutely guarantee if YouTube is still in the state that it's in right now, it's going to go, we're going to have a ton of people just coming straight from TikTok right to YouTube. And hopefully a lot of the creators can find a home there just because, everybody... Yeah, if you're successful on an app like TikTok or on an app like Vine, it's important to keep that fan base that you have established going towards YouTube, especially if it's if you're sponsored. I mean, it's your way of life.
That's how you're making money.
Yeah, and a lot of people. I don't know how many people this goes for, but some people can make careers off of that, and I really hope that.
Well, there's a lot of people I've seen off one sponsored video they make 20 to 30 grand. So if you're like me and you post a video once every day, you make like $50 million a year.
Yeah, I think
that's crazy. just for posting short, like 1 minute tops videos.
That's wild.
Daily. Like, I'm doing the same thing. Why can't I get paid 15 million?
Because you're not in the makeup
keep making
industry,
content, and I
friend.
guarantee that you will establish a following. And it's from what I've heard, and I'm speaking from zero experience whatsoever, is that it's always the most important thing is to always adapt with the content and adapt with your viewers, because I mean, obviously, with all the content that you'll ever put out, you're going to get feedback, and as long as you follow that feedback, whether it be like, you know, changing it up to fit a formula, or kind of trying to lean what you want to make, but also what people want you to make, you can establish a really important thing, whether it be like a company or whether it just be like a following that you can build a relationship with. And I think that's, I don't know, it's just how it is everywhere.
I mean, my biggest goal and what I started TikTok for wasn't to get TikTok famous. It was more just to build an audience to help, to see if they would be interested in our Blip Pod. You know, build it because our podcast revolves around the same thing I do on TikTok. So hopefully people could be interested in checking out both, or just like having TikTok people to transfer over, especially if TikTok leaves, to transfer over to check out our content here on YouTube or Spotify, Instagram, whatever we do, because that's why I kind of keep it similar to build a fan base.
And then we should have the first multimedia empire.
TikTok famous may not be what you're looking for, but it would certainly be a plus.
Yeah, that's definitely, like, I'm not gonna say no to it, but it's not like my goal.
Yeah, understandably.
I think that's a... Dude, your content's just fantastic. It's the only way I tell time in quarantine anymore. If I get a text from you and it has no typing time, you know what I mean? Like, if I get a Snapchat from you and there's no typing before it, I know it's a link, and I'm like, it's 3 o'clock.
That's funny.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock in the far-off land of Connecticut, where everything is made of cones. Just total brain fart I had this morning. I went on Anchor to check our analytics for how many views and listens we have, and we're actually getting pretty up there. But it said we've made 59 cents, and it says $0.59.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! But my dumbass thought this is why I need to be back in school. Went, 59, we're 1 cent away from $1. Because to me, everything is in 60-minute intervals.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I do that sometimes too.
I like how time has broken me so much during quarantine that I can't even... there's the concept of like counting to 100. I count to 60 seconds, and then I count those seconds into minutes, and I count those minutes into hours, and I count the hours into days.
That's all this quarantine has become. Waiting. That's all it is.
It is. It's all waiting. Without further ado, that is the end of our TikTok-related special episode that you had to pay $400 to listen to. And if you found it any other way, you, my friend, are a wizard. I have been Nolan's arm, who has got a cut in it and is speaking through a flesh wound.
What?
Thank you. That's my extra outro.
What'd you say?
We can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. My mic fell into my sweatshirt. My second mic. I said I'm Nolan's arm that has a cut in it and is speaking through a flesh wound. It's much.
Oh, okay.
Jokes. I've noticed this. Jokes are much funnier when you have to re-explain it because nobody understood it.
Well, I just couldn't hear what you said. Like,
no, that's my bad.
You were far from the microphone.
My little call mic that's usually clipped to the front of my sweatshirt fell down into it, so I didn't realize.
Well, thanks for hosting Nolan's arm.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Nolan's arm.
Yeah,
no problem.
You've been very kind. You guys can't see us, but we're on FaceTime, and Nolan just held his hand up.
That's cursed.
Talking through that.
That's cursed.
But yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I am Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been the end of our episode.
And thank you to Liam, the chunkiest minion we know.
Thank
May
you.
you rest.
That is
Call
the
back
title.
to one of our first episodes.
That is the title I want to be known as for the rest of my life. The chunkiest minion.
You were the designated chunkiest minion by default. Dude, thank you so much for being on the episode.
You have to say that in the Groove voice.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for being the chunkiest minion around.
Jesus Christ.
I hate that so much. Dude, I'm tired. I've only had like one cup of coffee today. Yeah, with that being said, Liam, thanks so much for guesting the last couple episodes. It was kind of I know it was a little bit of a hassle for you trying to Skype in with us, but we appreciate the effort. And as always, it is fantastic to have you on the episode. We definitely, if they start releasing more Star Wars stuff in the upcoming months, we will definitely invite you back because I'm hoping that we get a bunch of cool shit.
Anytime. Yeah.
With that being said, what is happening? Why is there a flashing in my room? Something's flashing. With that being said, you can find us on... Sorry, I got super distracted for a second. There was like a bright light that flashed next to me. That being said, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. Definitely follow us on Twitter. We have a really good... Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Joey oversees our Instagram, and he does really good news updates, and we're trying to get our Twitter presence growing. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, anywhere you listen to your podcast. We are probably there at BBlipPod, all one word. We are the yellow cover with the two little faces. Yeah, did I forget anything else?
Just stay nerdy.
And positive. And have a nice week, you guys.
See you later.